Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Matt Thompson checking in with you here on the Thompson's Take Facebook page, as always, with another edition of the Royal Take, the first off-season edition of the Royal Take, and what a year it was for all of us here in Kansas City. We've now had a few days to digest the huge game on Sunday night that the Royals played in. They won the World Series for the first time in 30 years, and they brought the crown home to the K and to the fans. And what a parade it was. I wasn't able to make it to the parade, unfortunately, but what a crowd down there. They said about 800,000 people. That was the projected number coming from Mayor Sly James. And it's great to see. Now, normally I have a little bit of beef with the bandwagon fans, but not in this case. What the Kansas City Royals did when they won the World Series was unite a community. Everybody in the community, as special as I thought last year was. And as much as we all enjoyed that, we are world champions. The world has its eyes on a Kansas City sports team for the first time in a very long time. Well, I'm sure the world had its eyes on the Royals last year as well, but we're victorious this year. We weren't faced with a Madison Bumgarner. We were faced with four very good Mets pitchers, and as Johnny Gomes said, we beat them, to paraphrase. He said a few other things that I won't get into, but I loved how fired up Johnny Gomes was and how great it was to see the players all excited. I think they were a little bit taken back by the number of fans. They've had a lot of support from people all over Kansas City and really extending into Iowa and Nebraska. And I'm sure some St. Louis fans maybe even were following the Royals since the Cardinals got kicked out. But I tell you what, it was such a great game on Sunday. Eric Hosmer, how about the base running of Eric Hosmer? How gutsy was that? Now, we'd still be coming back to Kansas City and we'd be up 3-2 and playing in Game 6 similar to the ALCS if he gets thrown out there. But what a play. That's going to be talked about for years to come. And then the Royals just kept the line moving. It was famously said by so many of these big national broadcasters, they don't quit. They never give up. Anyone who thought that that game was over in the ninth inning evidently has not watched our Kansas City Royals this year at all. They never give away an at-bat. They're always right there in the thick of things, and one hit can start what Rex Hudler calls frenzy hitting, and that's what happened. The Royals went on to win that game 7-2, an unbelievable 12th inning right there for the Kansas City Royals, and we were world champions. It was the weight was finally lifted. The crown is coming home to the K, and are you ready for next year yet? I know I am, but here's the deal. The Royals do have some moves. Some things have already transpired in just a few short days after the World Series. Alex Gordon turned down the player option for next year. No real big surprise there. Gordon's going to, in all likelihood, test free agency, but hey, it does not mean that we couldn't see him in royal blue again. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Royals go out and really compete to bring Alex Gordon back and make him a lifelong Kansas City Royal. The Royals also yesterday declined the options of Jeremy Guthrie and Alex Rios. No big surprises there. They certainly underperformed. Jeremy Guthrie, a very likable guy, and pitched well for the Royals about 2012 through 14. Came over that second half of 2012 from the Rockies and pitched really well, but things kind of started to fall apart for Jeremy in May or so. He really didn't ever put things all together and had an ERA well over 5, almost 6, I believe. I think it was 5.95 on his ERA this year. But Jeremy Guthrie will always be remembered as a fan favorite and a good guy here in Kansas City. Alex Rios played well in the postseason, but he's simply not worth millions of dollars to re-sign. He's getting older. He's a veteran player. And some other players have some decisions now, too. Chris Young, a free agent. He's also older. Ryan Madsen, who no one expected to come out and pitch as well as he did. He hadn't pitched in the big leagues since 2011. He is also a free agent. The Royals have some moves to make, but for now, take it in, Kansas City. I'm still on cloud nine. We are the world champions. Our boys in blue came back. They are two-time American League champions, and now they are world champions. Heck, Eric Hosmer and Salvador Perez were even on Jimmy Fallon last night. Moustakas, Butera, and Guthrie all appeared on Jimmy Kimmel and shot Kimmel with some paintball guns. If you haven't seen that, I'm sure it's on YouTube. Take a look. It's quite funny. All right, guys. I'm Matt Thompson here on the Thompson's Take Facebook page. I will be back with you with a Royal review with Sam Winter and Andrew Meek coming up to discuss more free agency and the Kansas City Royals of 2016, the defending world champions. Thanks a lot, guys.